Welcome back to Brighter Shores. Getting a knowledge point here from Hooligan Goblin Soldier Fighting. Got 106 combat, didn't unlock anything. Got a few drops here. Some common stuff that's definitely not better. Some potatoes. A new two-handed Great Hammer here. Just slightly weaker. And wasn't quite as good at killing them because we were almost dying. Another piece of row bottom armor, which might be better at certain things, but not here. It's something. There is a knowledge point. Only one place to put this, and that is on the blotchy maggots. Let's get it. Okay. Because that is what we are currently working on here. 36 forager. Just need to get it to 43. So, not even that long, really. All things considered. Should be good. And then, after we're done with that, well, we'll see if that's all we need left for this Herbalist Hurdle quest. And then, the other ones. We got a 6-star quest here. We can at least start, see what it needs of us. Could be something high level. Just more reasons to train stats and stuff. Works. It works. Put these potatoes away that we're totally going to use later. Super fancy potatoes. Okay. Let's go see if these are even things we would want to keep. It's got better stats in some ways here. 3 and 3, it's very similar. We already had a different pair of lower level pants. Or other level pants. We possibly didn't want to use. Sell some items to the quartermaster. Not these two. Okay. Look what we have in the weapons and stuff department. Two-handed melee weapons. 90 Tempestine. Seemingly worse than our one-handed weapon. It's uncommon. Why not something we would use then? Really depends if the two-handed weapon, because you don't get a shield with it, however much that actually affects anything. But positive for now. Let's look at the armor pieces here. We got 4 different competing sets here now. Okay. Look at all the different pieces of armor here. Compare them to this one. This one is better at fighting in nature. This one is even better at fighting. Equal at nature. Better at ice. This one is better at nature and fire and skull. They all have names. Are these still technically all something better? This one is 98 Arbore. That's the best of the 4 in that, technically. This one has... I mean, the current one... The best in... anything? Same or better? Worse? Current one might just be potentially outclassed in multiple ways here. For replace one of them at least. Let's see. So many minor differences that don't make a huge difference. This one is best. Not best at that. 98 Arbore. This one is the best in something. This one is 123 Cryone. What's the best at that? 93 Arbore. Not better. 126, not better. 117 Fire. This is the best at fire. Okay. And then Death Guy, this one is the best at death. So I think this one is not the best in anything. So we look at the numbers here. This one's already worse in these 3 ways, and those 2 ways. That one is equivalent. We don't really need the old 79 legs here. Technically might be the best in a variety of situations. It's only better in 2 ways compared to that one. This one's better in 5 ways compared to this one. Equip the 96 legs here. Then compare these 3. This is worse in 2 ways. This is worse in 5 ways, only slightly better in 1. Where it is, in fact, the best. This one is better in 2 ways. It's better in 2, this is better in 1, this is better in nothing. Okay. Once we get some slightly higher level pants, or at least just not common, it'll immediately not be a problem here. But in every scenario, I mean, I guess there's theoretical scenarios where we might need multiple styles at the same time, but even in that case, this is not the best for that option. So, sell those. Okay. What a minor difference to make out of all that mess. My goodness. Anyways, blotchy maggots are at the collapsed hovels way over here. By these ghouls. Concerning. Okay. Let's run all the way over there. We can also see all these different sections. That's going out to later place. That's a new room there. Some new stuff over here we saw. We were picking up potatoes and things. Definitely more to be done. But yeah. Just gonna get to 43 here for the herbalist hurdle. We are already at 38. So not even too far to go. 38 to 43. Not even going to get to the next thing here. Probably going to get that from getting that. When we get the quest reward XP. Possibly. Worry about that when we get there. Yeah, these blotchy maggots are actually going to be theoretically useful for fishing later. So, getting them now for essentially free. It's pretty good. Are we going on containers of things? Getting a little low on crates. I don't think these are going to be in crates, so shouldn't be a problem. Just hope we don't get attacked by anything. Once we're logged off, probably not, but it's probably going to be just over here and they don't really get out of the ruins on that side. They're more of a problem in this room. I'm trying to pick up the monument pieces. That's another thing on the list of forager stuff, but not until 53. That's okay. Here's the rotten log. Huh. It's got a nest in here too. Some butterflies. We're just here for maggots. Let's get them. They're gonna be a blotchy. Hooray. Okay. And the first time bonus experience, 630. Brilliant. Used level 31 to 65. Fisherman. Tasty if you're a fish. Well, we're not going to eat them. And this is just going to fill up 21.6 jars per 24 hours here. Should be great. And easy. 23 hours of blotchy maggots, 20.8 jars full of them, and 50,000 gatherer XP. Forager. 2 more levels to the next unlock. My goodness. Level 39. Not bad. Level 39. And basically almost 40. Just need to get to 43 here. So, that's pretty good. Next question. Where can we store these out? This would be a spot with a storage rift. Any storage rifts up here? Doesn't say there is. Might be a little bit of a run here, unfortunately. We had a shapes symbol. And the entrance to the next area. Okay. The only other real storage rift nearby is this one down here. So, I suppose that's where we're gonna have to go. Just avoid the ghouls here. They're being irritable. Yeah. Not like it's too bad to run down here, then run back. At least the ghouls aren't bothering us while we're at that log, so that's something. Yep, a whole bunch of these. Useful for later fisherman stuff. Presumably the 65 one, so that's where it says it is. Could be for other ones too, but potentially useful. Saves us some money. Guess it's expedient the thing we're doing. Passively. That's pretty much perfect. Alright. Yeah, we got decent stats here, as they were required for the other quests here. But there is still the new 6-star missing fisherman quest, which definitely could have some higher requirements. We'll look into that in a bit. Wait, we'll look into that when we are done with this, presumably. Look at the remaining list here. We need to gather a Luna fruit. Can harvest there without being attacked. We need the forager. We need to make the cure for it. So we get the other piece, make the combo bit, make the cure. The herbalist hurdle could be completed here. In theory. It's a less difficult quest. We already did the fighting part too. So, that's working out. Let's gather more maggots. 21 hours and 48 minutes this time. Schedule should, in theory, be evening out here. I don't know. 19.6 jars of maggots. 47,000 XP. Very good. Level 41 forager. Can now forage common limpets. Very clingy gastropods. We should probably go do that. Get some XP for our efforts here. Where would that be? Level 41. It is at Ray Bay and the pirate hideout, just all the way over this way. Okay. We'll just run around there. And then also stop off at the storage stone. Put the stuff away. So yeah, with 41, and we only need 43 here. So just one more day, really. That's pretty good. I can work with that. And we're already 41 in like 3/4, so even some slightly awkward scheduling should easily get us to 43 here. And there's the thing we need. A common limpet. What are you for? 230. 660. Info. For Strength Tempeste potions. With 10 alchemy. My goodness. I mean, that's kind of the potion we'd want to use. For stronger R magic style. That's not bad. Look at us. Strength Tempeste, right there. Wanted to gather some of these, that'd be beneficial, but I'm kind of just doing this as our passive right now. If we wanted to, we could get those. Or we could just purchase them too. We do have 3.2 gold here. So, that's alright. What is the next level of strength? Tempeste. 83 alchemist, so a little bit away. Anyways, nice to have. Could save some money if we wanted to make those potions. whether or not we really need them. I have no strength potions in here, so yeah. Could be something for something. If we really wanted to. Anyways, let's go store this pile of stuff. Go get another pile of stuff. Just maggots, really. So that. Deposit all these. And a fish and bait bank, which is what it is. Looks good. Okay. One more trip of maggots. 24 hours of blotchy maggots. The full 20.6 jars. And 51,000 XP. Well, that is level 43 Forager. The level that we needed for the thing that we want to go do. Beautiful. Alright. Let's run away from this ghoul. Get to the deposit spot here. And then get this. Need to forage the lunar fruit from Branoff's garden. Oh. Technically, we could probably do that without clearing the inventory here first, or just run up that way and then put in the fishing spot or something, since this just does go into the fishing bait storage. Well, that stone's right here, so it's fine. Okay. Let's go and harvest the thing with the level we just got. Beautiful. Still not a higher total level in Hopeport than down in the mines. Chronopolis, very much behind. Depends what we want to do next. Yeah. Let's see if we can finish this up here. Presumably, yes. We'll see. Could be extra steps, or it could be pretty much done. Any other skills in this area that requires would need to be significantly higher to be a problem, so should be alright for now. Okay. Harvest from the garden here. We had to fight some angry cats or something earlier to get them away, so we fight and get through here. Pile of dead rabbits. Also good. Luna Fern. Perfectly leveled for that. Love it. Okay. To the apothecary. They'll tell us what to do with these reagents. We got the Luna Fruit. Used with Epsor's Remedy. And we got the Siren Scale. Pulled from the body of a siren. Fantastic. So combine these into the partial powder and then make the potion. Should be all the hurdling we need to do here for this herbalist business. Okay. Ebsworth. Got it. If you can choose any potions, return with the Luna Fruit and the Siren Scale. Excellent. Now you can use the equipment here to brew the potion. Let's do it. Prepare. Special preparation. Snake Venom Remedy Preparation. Okay. Ready for brewing into snake venom. Remedy. Not there. Right here. Standard potion station. Super standard. Very easy. Use as one of our vials. That's fine. We got a whole bunch of them. There you go. And now we just need to bring this to the critical care ward. Okay. Hopefully all the time it took us to get that, they're still fine. Usually with snake venom, it's more of a time-sensitive situation here. We had to get our foraging up first. Just wouldn't happen. How are you getting on? I have returned from Ebsworth with a remedy for Tamoxin Mamba Venom. I cannot thank you enough, Sir Arsic. Cooper is fading fast. You better administer the remedy now. Okay. Use this. Where am I? In the infirmary. There you go. Cooper, you were bitten by a deadly venomous snake. Fortunately, Sir Arctic managed to find you a cure. Wow, I guess you saved my life. You're a truly great doctor. Yes, I'm glad Child Green sent you over to help me out. Technically, I'm not a doctor, and Zhao didn't send me. I just wandered in here. Either way, at this point, I can declare you an honorary medic, which means that you get your own potion belt. I'll take a potion belt. And a whole bunch of XP. Look at that XP coming in. Herbalist's Hurdle. Fantastic. You created a remedy for Toxin Mamba Venom and save Cooper. Rewards, 101,000 combat XP, 27,700 Forager XP, 29,300 Alchemist XP, and a potion belt. Okay. That is 44 Forager. Now we need to get a knowledge point to unlock the black and red feathers. It's also 53 Alchemist. So we can brew a 5% potion of XP in Hope Forest. It's only for the passive ones. 5% of passive XP is not a lot. Lasts for 1 hour per dose. So you need to make 24 of those to get 5% more XP. And not a combat level, apparently. How much more XP do we need for combat level? 71,000. Maybe we got... I think we just got barely to 106. We got us over half of a level, I guess. Still pretty good. Potion belt. I'm gonna click in here. You have acquired a potion belt. You now equip up to 3 non-combat potions. They moved here so they don't take up space in your backpack. Okay. Non-combat potions. Because the combat potions we have here, we got the healing potions and then a strength potion, which is one of the magics. So we can put some non-combat potions here. Like XP potions, if we wanted to make use of those. And then also still be able to have a full inventory to do things the maximum way. That's got some value if we were using a whole bunch of potions for stuff. That's something. Quests and unlocks and stuff. Love to see it. Okay. Just doing fine here. Person. Maybe. You can hide your name and information and stuff for some reason. Anyways, let's see here. If we look at the quests we have left, there are only 2. Battle of Fortune Hold, 5-star. Missing Fisherman, 6-star. I think just to get information about what else we need to do, maybe we'll just start Missing Fisherman. See how much of a problem this is going to be. There's that starfish point all the way over here. Okay. Could have some higher requirements, as it is a 6-star quest. First 6-star? Yes. More higher level and also some lower level quests are in the works, so more things to do, more options. Keep working on stuff. So far it's been working nicely for my playstyle and what I'm doing. If you actually were actively training for extended periods of time, breeze straight through all this and have max skills and yeah. But then you're just finished with all the actual content and you're just getting levels for things. If the previous, like, 5-star quests have required, like, in the 50s, 60s for things, how many stars are you gonna need for a quest that requires level 400 in a skill? More like just aspirational extra content. Kinda. At any rate, let's see if we can help this fisherman. And or at what point will we need to stop to train a skill. Gives us options in terms of what we want to actively or passively train. Just helpful. Please, sir, I could use some assistance. How can I help? My son, Eirik, is missing. He went out in his fishing boat and he hasn't returned. I looked for him this far along the beach. There are nasty pirates and ghouls and the like to the north. I don't dare go any further, not at my age. No. I'll head north and take a look. Thank you, thank you. You won't regret it. What does he look like? He's 22 with a neat ginger beard and a green wool sweater. He was in a rowing boat. I'll see what I can find. Also, is it just not storming here anymore? Is the shores finally bright? Or was that just over at the docks? I don't know. Should look back at stuff there. Anyways, head north. Look for a guy in a rowboat. There's a big, crazy skull-looking rock. There's a crashed fishing boat. Well, it's not looking good so far. You'll need to be at least level 68 Forager to search through the wreck. Well, there you go. 68 Forager to even start here. My goodness. Managed to get to 44. So 68, that's quite a bit. We also need quite a bit of levels for the Battle of Fortune hold here. We're already mostly working on that. I think we start by going towards the Battle of Fortune hold, because why not? We need green olives from the store or something. We need 50 leatherworker, 55 merchant. It's going to require a whole bunch of additional knowledge points too. Just think about what we want to do for that. Could work on combat via combat and detective by going through the raids and such. Farm den raids. It's an option. Some stuff we could do later. Spotting thieves. Investigations. And there's all the passive stuff too. Just determining what would be beneficial for active training. Well, beneficial and useful. Technically, we could active train the skills we actually need levels in for the quests currently. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. Leatherworker is a little bit of a mess in that regard, because we get cheaper prices on the really low level stuff. I want to make some money on it. But then the passives just line up so nicely between leatherworker and merchant right now. We'll just start with that. See how far we get. No knowledge points. So this is at 26. Also, the other next passive would be at 26. So we're probably going to be a little bit behind on key rings here, because we already have some merchant XP. Alright. If we want to go passive merchant, basic white leather offcuts. At the outer market. Just over there in Chronopolis. Let's teleport over there. Get this going. To the market. Okay. Let's have to have a think about what we want to do in terms of passive training. But we've got our goals here. They're all a fair bit away currently. Quite a lot of forager, quite a lot of leatherworker, quite a lot of merchant. In order to get the requirements for the quests that are still here. Think about what we want to do for active training to get the knowledge points to be able to continue to passively train things. That's a thought. Outer market. Right over there. Okay. Yeah, it should be good. White leather offcuts into white leather key rings. Okay. At the leather stall. I'll just all be at the leather stall, really. Or at least this part. Look at the future passives. Leatherwork, we also make upholstery, pouches, collars, dining chairs. All that's down here in the leatherworks. And then for the merchant passives, got soap, green olives here. So we're gonna need that technically for another piece of the quest, but that's only at 31, not like 50, so that's to be fine. Basic deer offcuts at 35. Might be best to just go through merchant first and then see what we get. Options. Guild contracts. Leather offcuts. I'll give you some basic white leather offcuts if you help out at my stall. Alright. Might have already got some of these. Get your leather now. At any rate, we'll sell this. It's going to get us the leather offcuts that we're going to need for making the stuff. It's completely legal. Should be great. And we get the item and XP. Perfect. Alright. We'll start working on this next time. Goodbye.